Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, excuse me, I tried to chug down all of my supplements and I'm still alive. Happy to report. I'm still alive. I didn't fully choke. So, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is going NutterButtah over you. Oh, Lord. Someone's going, they're going NutterButtah over you. I mean, can you blame them, though? You're just amazing. You're amazing. Amazing. All right. Let's hold on, guys. It's stuck. It's stuck. I could feel it right here. There's two of them. Two of them are stuck. And a third right beneath it. All right. Hopefully that pushes it down. Hopefully. Oh my God. So, okay. I'm going to have to shuffle it weird. I know. My thumb looks weird. My supplements are stuck in my esophagus. They're stuck. It'll be okay. They get stuck on a regular. So it's no biggie. I've learned to adapt. Okay. Well, I got class starting in a little bit. Hold on. Let me tie my hair up. I should have done all of this before. Oh, Lord. My thumb cover is, oh, Lord. You guys, I'm having problems this morning. Okay, hold on. We'll figure this out. We figure this out, okay? Okay, my hair is gonna look crazy, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just gonna it's the best it's gonna get. It's the best it's gonna get. Okay. Here goes, guys. Oh. Okay, let's just shuffle it like this. Ooh, lack of compassion. Okay, I'm listening, soul. I'm listening. I'm listening. There's a lack of compassion that's happening right now. I'm listening. I'm going to be nicer to myself. Okay. All right. Ooh, we talk about surging energy. It's hot, hot, hot. Very hot, actually. Okay, I'm ready. So we started with a lack of compassion for probably for yourself, right? And that's never good. That's always something that leads to an uptick in hurt. So let's see what the other cards have to say. All right. I think this is going to be a love reading. I think this is going to be a love reading if yep. Mm-hmm. Someone's I going NutterButtah over you. Someone has lost their mind. Someone has totally lost their mind. Okay, what is this? Someone has lost their mind over you. That's what they got. That's what they get. I don't know if you know who this is yet, okay? They've been trying so hard to walk past this, to walk past you, to move past it, run past it. Whatever it is they trying, it ain't working, baby boo. It is not working. It's just not. It's not. You know how peanut butter sticks? It just sticks. You're like a puppy that's licked some peanut butter. They tried to lick claim you, then they tried to spit you out, but they couldn't. You're stuck. You're stuck, and they're choking over it. Jesus loves us. So does this fool. This fool is obsessed with you. Can't let you go. Okay, so I'm kind of just like I rushed my chicken taco nachos for this. Anywho, okay, there's a need to ground. Whoever this is, they're needing to ground because the things that they're going through is reaching epic proportions. They're trying to convince themselves. Mindy, I gotta show you, boo. I gotta show you. Hold on. Hold on. Right as I was about to start, my husband comes into he comes into my live stream room. And I was just like, okay, well, we can't leave that unattended. Okay. Okay. Grain-free tortillas. Grain-free tortilla chips with I'm just saying. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. Anyways, imagination. So I'm assuming this person is or you are thinking you're imagining this, right? No one's really trying to yada yada yada. No, yeah, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're obsessed over you. Hold on. I gotta fix this hair because this hair is just not the business. You know what I mean? And someone took my brush. I'm getting real tired of people coming in here taking things because then it leaves me feeling some type of way because I could have sworn I had that here. And suddenly now I don't. Oh, my brush is right there. So I guess, they are totally feeling super duper insecure, right? Super duper insecure. You're over here telling yourself, I'm imagining this because I think you can feel them. I think you can feel them. I feel like there's a high probability that they're obsessing over you and that there is some type of like you can feel it. I don't know. Maybe you're just psychic and magical AF. Maybe that's what it is. Are you magical? If you're here, yes, you probably are. I mean, only magical mofos are drawn to me. People who are not magical are like, what the F is this girl talking about? I can't stand her. Good. I can't stand you either, you fucking muggle. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm having hormone problems today. I'm just sick of people feeling like I need to care that they don't like me. I don't give a shit. Go not like me somewhere else. Okay? Shit. I'm saying. Do I look pressed? Okay, anyways. They're trying to make something come of this. They don't know how. They would love to. They would love to have something come of this, but they don't know how. They don't know how to make it happen. They're trying though. They're trying. They're trying to come up with some cockamamie-ass plan. I don't know if it's gonna work because I have the sense that you're sick of it too. Right, exactly. Days, days. This right here, when you return the same energy, they don't like that. Do we care? Not really. Not really, you know? If they're having a problem with me, it's probably because it's probably because they're having a parasitic issue, right? I got a solution for that. Get an extraction. Get an extraction. You can find that on my website. You can either click on the QRC code or click on the link in the comments. That's the best I can do for you. And it's damn good. It's damn good. Okay. I'm loving this new platform. I'm loving this new platform that I'm using. I do. I trigger the shit out of them. That's fine. I'm a sharpshooter. Sharpshooter. I only go for the areas of insecurity. Toxic Pisces energy. I'm saying, right? Leave Pisces in their dream state. Leave Pisces in their dream state, daydreaming about fluffy shit and food and, romantic quotes and stuff. You want to trigger the toxicity, baby boo. I don't know if you can handle or survive that. No one does toxicity like Pisces. I'm saying that as a Piscean who has had campaigns launched against me by two toxic AF Pisceans. Ah, 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 okay, I better hurry up. So they don't, whoever this is, because I guess this is a love reading, whoever this is, they don't know what to do. They're not in an environment that is supportive of their covetous ways. They covet you. Let's see, define covet. Yearn to possess or have. Ooh. Be consumed with desire for. Ooh, you give them the vapors. They are hot and bothered. Their eyeballs are sweating. Okay. To desire inordinately or culpably. Ooh. I told you guys this is gonna be one hell of of a reading. You know what it is. They thought they were gonna go fishing in your pond and that they were just gonna be able to walk away. And now they keep trying to find a way to leave work in order to revisit the pond. And their fishing license has been revoked. I'm glad I don't have these problems, you guys. I'm just glad I don't have these problems because this is just nonsensical to me. It is. It is. My just general opinion on life and dating. The moment you walk away from me, the door is closed. You're not getting back in, right? If you don't understand the gravity of what you were allowed to momentarily caress, you're not worth my time. You're not worth my time. I don't want to waste my time trying to convince you of anything, right? I don't want to waste my time dealing with insecurities of my own, having to now deal with yours as well, right? Like these dating games and stuff. Yeah, maybe it's time for you to shift your expectations back to really old school. Like you must court me. You must be the one to work for my attention because baby boo, I'm very happy on my own. I'm so good just by myself doing arts and crafts and DIY furniture shit. Okay? Okay. So what you are offering me needs to be comparable, if not in excess of what I offer myself. Because I'm not desperate to be with someone. Right? You need to get to that type of mindset. I'm not desperate to be with someone. Like you need to be someone that adds to my happiness, my peace, and my satisfaction with life in general. Someone that I can experience beautiful things with. Just to be able to experience it with someone and be able to share memories, not because I need my other half. That's a very flawed type of perception to think that you're incomplete with someone, without someone, right? Dedication in reverse. So this is someone who was not dedicated to you before. Either they didn't understand your value, which that's unfortunate for them. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Thought I'd end up with Sean, but it wasn't a match. Don't be like Ariana. Don't. Don't. If you know, you know. And maybe there's something in the name. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take some chill the F out drops. I'm just going to take some chill the F out drops. They're magical and invisible. So now that I'm chilled out, guardian, there's no one to guard you through this. There's no one that's going to be telling you that you need to protect your energy, protect your peace. I mean, outside of me, of course, but I'm a stranger to you, so it's no biggie. I know I'm a stranger to you. It's okay. You really do need to protect your peace. For all I know, you could be dealing with a toxic person who just wants so badly to get back in your space because they want to punish you for letting them walk away. We don't know. I don't trust people. Yes, it's a trauma response. I'm aware. But here's the thing, maybe you're not aware, whoever said that, like, oh my God, that's such a trauma response. Right. But those trauma responses are what helped you to survive traumas in the past. So if the trauma responses are being triggered, it's for one of two reasons. The first one is that you need to heal the trauma. The second one is that you're about to enter into another space of trauma fuck that shit. You got to be really, really sure about who this person is and what their intention is, because really, no, there's a lot of things happening in the world and happening in energy that's going to need your attention for your personal life. The last thing you need right now is to take on someone else's grown ass child. Okay. If these mofos want to court you, my baby boo, my niece, my nephew, my whatever the hell you want to identify as, they better earn that shit. They better earn that. They got to work for that. You are not some free sample being given out at the mall or at Costco or any of that. They better earn that. They're not just buying the cow and the cart. They need to provide the whole fucking farm too. Okay. That is the standard I have set for you. As a stranger that's asking you to identify me as a relative. The non-toxic one, the only non-toxic one in the family. Okay, I'll tell how it is, baby boo. I'll tell how it is. I'm not gonna. No. I will tell you how it is. Okay, I will let you know. I will let you know. Okay, it's your responsibility to maintain your space. It is your responsibility to maintain your space, and the sense is that for some of you, this is an individual who is hoping that you could be convinced to give them another chance if they play nice enough. That's the problem. They're still playing. I'm saying. Oh, I'm so triggered. When people think they can play games with me, I've reached a point in my life. Thank God my ass is getting old. I love it. I love it because I used to feel badly and not do it, and now I'm fucking game. I'm so game because I'm old enough to be game. You want to play games? I'll make you cry. I know how. I do. I'm Piscean. I'm psychic as fuck. I know how to make you cry without trying. And I won't feel bad because that was the objective, right? That was the game. The game is the winner will make the loser cry. I won. Game point. I was just saying. So don't play. You don't want to cry? Don't fucking play with people in my community. I'm giving you guys. No. I don't have the authority to give you guys the authority to make someone else cry. That's not a good goal. I think what needs to happen is that you need to excuse yourself from any table that's serving up bullshit. I'm saying. Right? Ooh. Mhm. Exactly. And if you take it there, my words are swords. Love-laced bullets. Ooh. Mhm. Placed on clips rather than mags because it's automatic, baby. Full auto. You take it there, we're not doing semi, we're not doing short bursts. That shit is full auto. I'm learning to honor the parts of me that react in that way because I used to be so ashamed. I used to be so ashamed, and I used to turn that sword on myself when, if I really allow myself to look back, those reactions that I had, that filleted motherfuckers right off the bone, they earned it. They earned it. And I'm no longer sorry. I'm no longer sorry that you got exactly what you worked so hard to get. What you tried to do to me, but in actuality, you received it. Right? It's just one of those things where, for many of us, this is the actuality of what's happening. Someone is trying to return to finish what they failed to do the first time. No. No. Don't give them the opportunity. No. And it could be someone that is not interested in you as a romantic something. It could be a platonic relationship, a friendship, or a frenemy. It could be a relative. It could be so many different things. It could be so many different things. Now, for others of you, this person is very, very genuine um, in their regret of walking away. Maybe you represented something so profound for them. Maybe you represented a type of growth that they were not ready for. And so that's why they walked away. It's hard to say because this is a general reading, but if that's the case, then there's a potentiality that this is something you still need to explore to some degree. I wouldn't let them in right away. You only get to disappoint me once, if that. If that. Right? And for the people who are going to be like, "Oh my gosh, don't teach people this. You're teaching them to not be open and blah 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 blah." Okay, then protect those people. Protect those people. Do all of the digging that's necessary to find out the approaching person's intentions. Protect the person that you want to remain open and susceptible to other people's foolery. Protect them. And it's not your job, right? Right. So shut up. For real. To everyone else, you have to hear these things in order to counteract a lot of the bullshit that you're told about how to be a good human. Because in reality, the things that we're told of how to be a good human is really, that's not the full sentence. How to be a good human doormat. No, you are not a doormat. You are not here to be trampled on by the fucking heifers of the world. You're not. Okay, thank you, Minnow. Minnow says, critical advice. What you've waited for is here. Hey, unlike anything you've known before. So for some of you, the things that I'm saying and sharing, these are just my thoughts, my opinions. It's critical advice for you to be able to avoid another round with this person who is wasting your time. For others of you, it's a perception that should be reconsidered as you face whoever it is that is healthy for you and that you do need to interact with. And making sure that although you're reconsidering this opinion of mine, you should also make sure that you allow yourself to be as present as possible to observe whether it applies or not. Extraordinary path to fulfillment, but know this, what I just said. You know, summer in reverse. So summer's been upside down for whoever this is, probably for you as well. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think part of the message is that someone has been really, really focused on you and this all summer. Ooh. No, Marlene. Listen here, little star. I will pop you one. Stop talking to me. This is not the time. So, anyways, it seems like something was initiated, some type of something triggered whoever this is. Early summer, late summer, no, early summer, late springish time. Early spring. I'm not even listening to you, Marlene. I'm not listening to her. Oh, yay, Jada. Oh, wait. I know you from TikTok. I know you from TikTok. Yay. I'm glad. I'm happy that you feel peace. That's so super duper important. Um, all right. So I'm just okay. Okay. I feel like I need a little bit of a I just you're creating tension in my cranial fascia. You need to go away, Marlene. You just need to go away. Go away. So this started several months back. Whatever this is, I don't know. Maybe they saw one of your social media posts. Maybe they heard some news from someone else reporting back to them some tidbit about you. Oh, ignore that. There was a bug. Ignore that. Um, they got news of something and it just triggered the absolute caca out of them. Um, oh. So it's this thing of the person might have they might have all I can say is there's a lot of things being considered and there is a lot of regret. There is a lot of kind of wanting to fix things, but, being afraid of how to approach things. You're intimidating. Me? You guys? I don't know. I blurted out. Marlene was talking. I blurted it out. She said, "You're intimidating." Do you mean them? Michael goes, "Why have you suddenly begun sitting with your back partially turned to us?" Because I'm sick of hearing you. Anyways, just gonna get my cards and face this way. Um, I don't know. I guess you're intimidating to someone. I don't know to who. Um, you represent so much. You represent a future potential that they want so badly but just can't get. Um, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Shadow. They are a mirror of you. Whoever this is for you, they're a mirror of you. Now, I don't want to get into no topics of twin flame stuff just because, that just needs to be a done topic. It needs to be done. I'm definitely open to giving you guys um whatever this romantic reading is. Okay? You're in a position of power right now. And we don't want to misunderstand this, misinterpret this position of power as now you're being given the opportunity to be unnecessarily hurtful or harmful to someone else. This position of power is the power to overcome the insecurities and the triggering. I think some of you are getting triggered. Not because of me. Nice. Not because of me, but because um it's like you probably put your all into whatever that connection was and maybe the person didn't realize it at the time and and you feel very slighted by that. You feel very like, "Ew, why should I give them a chance now? Like they couldn't appreciate me when I was there." And I completely agree. But I feel like soul is about to teach you a big lesson. I don't know what the lesson is. I don't want to be involved with the lesson. I feel like soul is about to teach you a big lesson because this person is a crybaby. Sorry. They're a crybaby and they involved magical things. No, let me stop. Let me not like let me not flex my face on the screen like that. It's making me so hot. Oh my god. Okay. So this is just insanity at this point. I'm getting irritated because it's making me super hot, but my senses are so over stimulated I can't turn on my fan. All right. So I don't know. I feel like you are very much triggered, right? Like I think you know who this is for you, and whoever this is, they weren't willing to receive what you were offering back then. And it's probably rubbed you some type of way. And as it's rubbed you some type of way, what has needed to happen is you need to heal that. You need to heal that because you can't just continue to exist in that space of trauma. Um, you can't, all joking aside, that's not really a good and healthy space for you to occupy. So you have to trust yourself. You have to trust in your ability to know when to open yourself to communication, when you need to allow certain types of connectivity for however long your soul is instructing you, and when you need to just walk away. Okay. Because I think for some of us, part of what you're learning is when to walk away. Um, I don't know. Maybe this is an inappropriate statement, but it feels accurate. Um, the statement is, for me personally, there's nothing worse than someone who continues to stay in a space they're not welcome for longer than, or for, I don't know. The moment I feel like I'm not welcome, I'm just out. I'm out. I'm not going to ask you why. I'm not going to ask you if I did something. Clearly, something's going on. You don't want to communicate to me what's going on. I'm somehow negatively affecting you. So I'm out. I'm not going to call. I'm not going to message. I'm not going to give you your space and come back around later to check and make sure that you're no longer mad at me or any of that. I'm out. I'm out. And that's that. Right. So for me, like, I don't understand how people continue to stay in environments where, it's something that is uncomfortable. What if it's in a work environment? That's a very good question. In a work environment, if you're made to feel very uncomfortable, you need to begin documenting that in a time-stamped manner and making HR aware of the hostile working environment that's been created so that you can begin compiling evidence and their awareness of it in the event of a constructive discharge or an illegal termination. So, yeah. If you're in a work environment, you're not there to make friends. You're not there to socialize. You are there to complete a task. And if someone is impeding your ability to complete that task in a safe manner, that needs to be rectified by your employer. And if the employer refuses to rectify it, you need to begin speaking to legal counsel to see what your options are, because work is not the same as a personal environment. And if people want to bring their personal issues into a work environment, that absolutely needs to be addressed by someone who is in the appropriate position of authority within that environment. You should not keep quiet about that. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I once had, I worked for this one jewelry store when I was like 18, and um, the owner was very inappropriate. Um, but I just didn't know any better, and then he stopped paying me. He stopped paying me, and I continued to work like a freaking weirdo. I kept on working. And then finally, after like almost a month of not getting paid, I was like, "Hey, when are we getting our checks? Like, what is happening here?" And they're like, "Oh, well, you still have to wait." And I was just like, "Okay." So I finished my shift, and the next day I was scheduled to work again, and I didn't come into work. And then they called me, um, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not coming into work because I'm not getting paid." And they're like, "Oh, okay. So you'll come in when you get paid?" And I was like, "No, I don't think so." They're like, "Okay. So are you waiting for him to pay you?" I was like, "Mm, I'm considering options." And they're like, "What do you mean considering options?" And I told them, "Well, there's a nice little pinned up poster in the employee break room that talks about the labor law commissioner." So I went ahead and I looked up some information. And I'm going to be contacting the labor law commissioner to know what it is my options are. All right. Authority is part of the problem as well. The manager's 23 years old. I've spoken to her and her boss. I will begin documenting and timestamping. Yeah, you need to make sure you don't sign anything. You need to make sure that because that's management, you need to make sure that a neutral management individual is present for every single conversation. No more conversations alone. There needs to be a neutral witness. You need to be very, very careful of that. Very, very, very careful of that. Because now you're dealing with management as the issue, and they will look after each other. So, yeah, you need to document that in a very matter of fact manner, no emotions. And you probably, if you have the health coverage, you probably should begin seeing, and I'm not giving legal advice, I'm just thinking of what I would do. I would begin seeing a therapist, neutral party documentation, so that we can begin documenting the adverse effects to my mental well-being. My mental and emotional health is very important to me. And if you're going to be negatively impacting my emotional and mental health, it's going to need to be documented in case I need to take legal action later. When I tell y'all I'm at an age where I'm not going to be fucking hand holding people through their toxicity. I'm not going to be your punching bag or your doormat. I'm going to be the greatest motherfucking karmic lesson that will ever cross your path at this point. That's not me being vindictive. That's me tapping into the power and the wisdom I've gained over a lifetime of people screwing me over just because I let them. Let everything you've experienced count for something. Let it teach you how to not let other people just like that do that shit to you again. Yeah. I learned real well. Remember, I had several toxic Pisceans launch full on fucking campaigns to try and destroy me. Oh, that's so funny though. Um, as a water sign, I got it all throughout my chart. Um, I don't need to come up for air. I just like to come to the surface because it's lonely all the way in the depths. And if you can recognize this about yourself, you can begin to address the reason why you feel lonely, because you want people to come into the depths with you. Failing to realize and accept that that's a superpower. That's a superpower. You don't need to come up for air. You can deal with the intensity. You might feel intensely as you're dealing with the intensity, but you're accustomed to intensity. And people will always, they'll always think they can mishandle you because of the stereotypes that exist about the different signs. There's so many stereotypes. Like, not to pick on Scorpios, but there's this stereotype that Scorpios are so fucking cutthroat and badass. I have never met a Scorpio that wasn't the fucking softest, most sensitive person I've ever come across. They just hide it really well. They just hide it really, really well. I've never come across a Scorpion that wasn't just super duper sensitive. You think Pisceans are sensitive? Scorpios. Sensitive as fuck. Sensitive as fuck. But they're not going to let you see that. And you're not going to dig for that because the stereotype is already out there that they're, you know, they're so badass, a scorpion stinger. And you know what the stinger is full of? You know what that venom is made from? All the tears they cried in private. That's why it's so toxic. When they sting you, they inject you with their pain. I don't know much about astrology, but I'm damn good at reading people. I am damn fucking good at reading people. Pisceans, we let you think all the bullshit you think. It gives us power over you. It does. Y'all are lucky that I never entered into a fucking villain era. For real, you're lucky I never entered into the villain era. A Piscean in a villain era? You're not going to survive that. You're just not, unless you're also a Piscean who just no longer gives a fuck. At which point, toxic Pisces, you're about to get slapped with your own tail. You're about to get slapped with your own tail. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Right? So, whoever this is that you're dealing with, you have to trust yourself. You have to allow yourself to enter into this space of really knowing that you can very accurately read the intentions of someone else. Whether you identify as psychic or not, it doesn't diminish the reality that you have these gifts, right? Just because you don't know how to intentionally utilize the gifts does not mean you don't have the gifts. So start utilizing it. Start cultivating your understanding of what you are picking up. Every single person, I don't care how well cloaked you are, there's only one other person in this world that I am aware exists. Only one. And I've had thousands upon thousands of clients. There is only one other person that can cloak in such a way that their frequency signature disappears. But I can still detect them. And it's hard for me to read that one person's intentions, right? Everyone else, no. You're not going to hide shit. I'm going to know. I might not want to believe it, but I'm going to know. And I think the same holds true for every single one of you. It's not that you can't read someone's intentions. It's that their heart and their mind functions in such a different way than yours that you cannot believe that they would do this to you, that they would have these intentions towards you. Michael says to share this. Every single person that has royally tried to fuck me over in the past, since I have been publicly visible, has been someone that I have allowed in and loved upon. And that's how they gained access to me. Every single last one. Every single last one. So you got to be careful about who you let in. They need to earn that. And that's going to take time. I've had people who are very dear friends to me, and it's taken me years of quietly observing, years of being in the same spaces, watching how they interact with other people, watching how they address me regarding other people in the absence of that person. Because let me tell you, whatever you say about someone else without them present, you probably one day will try and say that kind of shit about me too. I'm good. I don't need friends like that. I don't need friends like that. I just don't. I'm so good off of it. So good off of it. Okay. Card number 16. What you want wants you. What is it that you want? You want peace. You want clarity. You want. What do you want? You want love. If you want love, if you're looking for love, I am certain you want love from yourself. And what you're doing is instead of loving yourself, you're afraid to, right? Because of what you might find. You're going to go ahead and give that love to someone else, hoping that if you give them that love, they will give it right back. They're not obligated to mirror the way you love. They're not obligated to learn your love language and begin speaking it. And I think a lot of us get disappointed because that's what we do. We love on other people the way we want them to love on us, thinking that now the other person is obligated to love on us the way we've loved on them. No, they're not. They absolutely are not. They're not obligated to do that. No one is obligated to do any of that. No one is obligated to heal you. No one is obligated to help you maintain a space of compassion for yourself. There's no obligation for anything, regardless of what you have begun to assume using human perception and flawed human logic. The programs from this matrix that we exist in. Yeah, no, people don't have to adhere to the rules. They choose to. They choose to. Whenever I used to not adhere to the rules and societal expectations, I often would have at least one person asking me, "Who do you think you are? You think you don't got to do what everyone else has to do? Who do you think you are?" I think I'm not you. If you'd like to observe a rule follower, even at the detriment of them, they'll follow those rules and expectations. Go look in the fucking mirror because I'm not going to. I'm not. I'm not going to. I refuse. I refuse. And I've been like this my whole life. I refuse. If it doesn't resonate with me, probably not going to do it. And if you try and coerce me, you're going to see a whole nother side of me come out. And yeah, no, people are going to say that you are a nasty person and you are this and you're that. Good. So then leave me the fuck alone. Right? If you need me to play a role, you need me to be what? Strawberry shortcake? All sweet and cute and whatnot? You want me to be strawberry shortcake for you? Yeah, get the fuck out of here too. I don't need that shit. If you can look past some of my colorful language, my intermittent intensities, if you can see the value of what I say when I share what appears to be random stories and you don't think that, God, this girl just talks too much, just pull the cards, then you'll really get the messages that soul gives you. But if you are the type of person like, oh my God, she's been talking about some stupid memory for the past 10 minutes. There's thousands of other channels to watch. They'll give you the same bullshit. That's what you want, right? You want someone to give you that bullshit of like, oh my God. Oh, yay. Oh, ooh, look. Oh, girl. No, not me. Not me. I may be short. I'm not short. I'm average. I'm a little bit on the smaller side of average. What? I'm tired of people calling me short. I'm not short. You're just tall, is what it is. um, yes, Mindy, you're right. Mindy says some are not looking for depth. They're operating in surface levels. Absolutely. Yeah. I remember I did, I helped, oh no, yikes. I was a helicopter mom for my first child and he was in this advanced preschool where all of the kids already were reading and doing all of that. They're like a grade or two ahead. But my child is on a whole nother level. And so he needed to do a presentation, class presentation. And I asked him what he wanted to do his presentation on. And he was really into Finding Nemo at the time. And I was like, okay, well, do you want to talk about the different zones, depths in the ocean? And see, that's why I love this man. That's why I love him. Look what he said. He's so got me. We tall enough for the roller coaster. We are. What? What? But so he wanted to talk about the different depths and the types of animals and all of that. And so I asked him exactly what fish do you want to talk about? And he said he wanted to talk about the anglerfish. Anglerfish. And I believe the anglerfish come from the benthic realm. Um, I believe that's where they are. Benthic. The bathypelagic zone is where I believe it was the bathypelagic zone where it's been like 20 something years, you guys. So I made him an anglerfish though out of paper mache. It was so fucking amazing. I made an exact replica of an anglerfish out of paper mache, and its teeth were made of toothpicks. And then I attached one of his little anglers, right? And I made him these flashcards, and he was going to lecture the class on the different oceanic zones. And I brought it in. It was in its own shadow box that I made for it. And the teacher is like, mommy. And I'm like, yes. And she's like, you made this? And I was like, yes. Now it's a different type of preschool, okay? Okay. It's not an Americanized preschool. This is like minority super achiever preschool. Okay. And the normal American teacher would be like, mommy, no, you're supposed to let your child create it. We don't do that. I will create the professional level visual aids, and my child is tasked with instruction, lecturing. Okay. We will have symposium with the class. But this teacher was like, that is so amazing. Do you make things for work? And then so he did his presentation, and I mean, my child's fucking ridiculously intelligent, right? So he's talking about all the different zones, bathypelagic, and all of that. And then he gets to the part where he's talking about the anglerfish and how it works, bioluminescence, and he got an A. She goes, I gave both of you an A plus. I was like, yes, yes. And then I went up to my kid, high five. We did it. And that's kind of like what soul is telling you right now. Like, it's trying to do it for you. It's creating these professional level um scenarios, training scenarios to help you learn how to very potently harness this opportunity to expand your awareness of what you're capable of, right? Collaborative dreaming. It's in reverse. I think for whoever this is not just some pipe dream for them. I think this has a lot to do with soul-based learning. Restore and replenish. They're not going to be allowed to restore and replenish until they have corrected whatever it was that they did with you. It might just even be an apology and it goes no further. Who knows? But they need to fix this. Okay? They need to fix this, whatever this is. Card number 33, heaven sent. They're realizing that you're very much heaven sent, that this has been such a difficult process for them to accept the ways in which they misunderstood what was happening. I don't know. The sense that I get is that this is someone who maybe gets a lot of attention from um I don't know, from people. I don't know. Maybe they're charming, maybe they're good looking. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're neither charming nor good looking and they just have a thick ass bank account. Who knows? For whatever reason, they get a lot of attention from other people and they thought that they could just walk away from you and that dime a dozen type mentality. And then how'd that work? How did that work? How'd that work for you? Something tells me it didn't work for you. Because now you're here crying about how you should have never let them go. My people, don't sweat nobody. Okay? Because the people who needed you around, they gonna come back. They're gonna come back. They always do. They always do. And then they will spend quite a bit of time trying to make up for their own lack of awareness. Let them do what they gonna do. It's up to you if you want to let them back in or if you're just gonna be like, no, I'm good. And then the people who never realize how amazing you are, that's no loss because that would have wasted your time if they stayed. They're incapable of recognizing a good thing when a good thing is right in front of them. So what's the loss? Nothing. Nothing. It's literally, there's no loss. Right. And then, of course, there's going to be some people who are going to be like, oh my gosh, Emmy, what you're saying, it's like you think people are disposable. No, what I'm saying is we don't owe or own anyone anything. This is about sovereignty. This is about recognizing if you are in my life, you are in my life. If you are not, you've made a decision not to be. Both decisions I respect. If you are going to decide to be in my life, there are certain parameters that you should always make sure you operate within if you don't ever want me to feel disrespected, disregarded. And if you don't agree and you choose to go beyond the parameters that you know have already been set before you cross my path, then you're probably going to be excused because I don't have time for games. I literally don't have any time in my life for games. Say what you mean and mean what you say. You want to play this game of like you're gonna play coy. You're gonna be playing by yourself out in the cold. That's just how it is. At least with me, that's how it is. You want to play games? You want to act like you don't need me? Okay. Despite the fact that I know you're acting like you don't need me and you really do, I'm going to believe you. And I'm going to just leave because you don't need me around. I respect that. Whatever games you're playing with yourself, that's between you and yourself. I'm going to respect whatever it is you present to me as factual. You want to treat me as though you don't like me because what? You're intimidated by what? I don't know. Okay, well, I'll believe you. You don't like me. Get in line. There's quite a few that don't. I still don't care. And I'm not pretending I don't care. I literally don't. I have Asperger's. I literally mean everything I say. I have Asperger's. I don't say shit I don't mean. Don't ask me a question if you don't want the truth. The best I can do to consider your feelings is to ask you, are you sure you want to hear this from me? Because I think it might upset you, but if you want to hear it, I'll say it. You know, it's not for me to decide what you are and aren't ready for. So, new birth guarded vigilantly in reverse. You've just rebirthed yourself. What does this mean? This means you're very much unaware of what your norms are currently. Okay. Currently, you are in a space of destabilization because you've just leveled up. So, what do you need to do? You need to stop worrying about everyone else and worry first about yourself. You need to worry about your perception being adjusted to account for the ways in which you're no longer going to allow people to maltreat you. And that's that. Integrity in reverse. So, whatever's going on, it carries with it the potentiality to cause you to question your own integrity. People who lack integrity don't question their integrity. People who lack integrity do not question the level of their integrity. They are too busy trying so hard to exploit your level of integrity, and you're gaslighting yourself. When you gaslight yourself, people who are predatory in nature are then given the green light to exploit that insecurity that rises up because you're gaslighting yourself. These are the ways in which we're allowing and inviting predatory people to be our predators, right? It's not a fun thing to try and prey on me. Why? Oh, I have an endless depth of toxicity I can tap into. I have no problem making both of us miserable. It's true. It's true. I have no problem with it. I'm masochist. I'm a masochist. I love it. I love it. Like, ooh, we're gonna hurt together, baby boo. You thought you were gonna hurt me? We are gonna hurt together. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be the most juiciest pain that we will inflict upon each other. Do some stretches because I'm gonna take you beyond your comfort zone. And I think a lot of people, um, once they initiate that kind of stuff with me and I allow myself to tap into that, they quickly realize, no, no, I don't, no, no, not this one. I don't want to play with this one. This one doesn't seem to understand the rules. I'm supposed to hurt them. They're not supposed to hurt me. And I'm like, no, no, that's not how we play. I don't want to be selfish and be the only one receiving, right? So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be recalibrated within you, okay? You don't lack integrity if you're questioning your level of integrity. Maybe you need to redefine what it is to be integrity filled. Maybe you need to allow yourself to recognize, I know, Mindy, I know. I know. People think I'm all love and light, and I'm like darkness and shadows. Bring some whips, chains, and paddles. I have the handcuffs. I do. Let me stop. I can feel someone taking this a little too serious. I'm speaking in analogies. Okay. I promise you, whatever you're fantasizing right now, it's not going to go in the way you think. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Okay? Shadow self. Allowing yourself to tap into your shadow self, getting to know that part of you, that aspect of you is a very, very powerful, powerful component. Powerful component. Did I miss? No, you didn't miss anything. I was just talking shit. Someone's taking it serious. Anyways. Okay, strength. You're strong. Stop pretending to be weak. I mean, I just got a notification. Help out your mental and financial well-being. Yes, make positive changes in your life to improve your situation and remove the struggle. You see what I'm saying? Even my emails are okay. Walk your truth. You got to walk your truth. You got to stretch and walk your truth, okay? You got to. You got to. And then you also got to let go. You got to let go of whatever this fear is that's blocking you from stepping forward. I don't know if I'm talking to you, if I'm talking to your cross watcher, but there's a lot of fear. Okay. Let me just say this. For those who are cross watching, right? You're probably cross watching because what your person watches me. I remind you of your person, whatever it is. So then that means we probably have a very similar mindset, similar perception, similar preferences. We don't like weakness. We don't like insecurity. And it's not that you have to be cocky per se, because that's ugly too. If you like, you can't back up what you're cocky about. Like, ew. Right? Like I've shared with you guys before, part of the reason my husband got my attention to begin with when he first approached me 20 something years ago was because he was totally cocky about his approach. And I'm like, ew, what are you cocky about? Only to find out, like, oh no, he wasn't cocky. He was just very confident. He knew what he was talking about. If you can't back up what you're cocky about, you're looking dumb. You looking dumb right now. And so you kind of got to stop. You kind of got to stop. Okay? So rather than being insecure, why don't you just go ahead and work on whatever's making you, scared. And making sure that you approach in a way that's in alignment. Like, be upfront, be honest. Like, what do you want? Why are you wanting to approach the person you're cross watching? Because you realize they're the most amazing thing and you don't want to be without them. You need to tell them that. You need to tell them that. You need to stop playing this game of like, oh, you're good. This and that. No, you're not good. Obviously, you're not good if you're watching my live streams because you miss your person. Come on now. Let's not play games. Be blunt. I'm blunt. Roll me up and smoke me. I'm joking. See, and then my husband's going to be like, you can't say things like that. on a live stream. I'm like, why? He goes, because people will take you serious. Like I remember, Mindy, I was like, oh man, fetish. Oh. And he's like, you cannot say that anymore. And I was like, why? And then next thing you know, an old man messaged me asking me if I want him to be my sugar daddy. Paging Jesus Christ, your girl has just died. Okay. He was right. He was right. He was right. So I'm not gonna be like, oh man, fetish. And then even my son was like, Mom, you can't say that kind of stuff because you know YouTube already don't like you and it's gonna put you on a different algorithm. And I'm kind of like, but is that so bad though? Is that so bad? Because those are the very people that Jesus would like me to bring back into the fold, to bring them back into the fold and choke them out. I'm joking. I don't choke anyone. I don't want your skin touching me because you're gross. You're gross. I gotta go. I'm done. I got class starting soon. I'm done. Yeah, see? He says, yes, very bad. What was the other one you said I couldn't say? Yeah, no, my son was like, you're gonna get put on a different algorithm, and then next thing you know, it's like it's not good, Mom. It's not good. All right, fine. I won't say that anymore. I'm just saying. If you are one of those people who are drawn to me because the algorithm has taken you to me for what I just said about fetishes, go to my website. You can purchase a parasitic extraction from there, and we can go ahead and schedule that for you. meevolving.com. Look for parasitic extraction. You might need a 2M plus core correction extraction, and that'll set you straight. And if that doesn't set you straight, my husband will. Because there's no hope. None. There's no hope there. We're dealing with in real life stuff. And in real life, patience is running out for the cross watcher. Or no, yes. The cross watcher is finding it very, very difficult to. I confuse myself. Oh, the cross watchers finding it very, very difficult to remain patient as they try and look for the perfect opportunity to approach. Perfect. That don't exist. That don't exist. Pick your balls up off the floor, put them in your satin sack, and just go up to your person. My God. How long has this reading been going on? My God. You know what I'm saying? Golden Crown, you're not listening to your higher self. Me and your soul are sick of your shit. And your ancestors too. Pick your balls up off the floor and approach your cross watcher already. Or approach who you're cross watching for. Worlds within worlds. So you're trying to nestle things, right? You're trying to put things inside each other, and it's you're irritating. Your person might be too nice to say, this is irritating. This is irritating. This is time waste. This is a time waste, an energy waste. I'm just, yeah, no, you're just irritating. You know what you need? You need some blue algae in your life from Klamath Lake. Drink some of that in kombucha. It'll sprout some courage in your chest. Because this cycle that's been going on, and you think it's not a cycle, bitch, the cards are calling you out. I'm looking at the cards right now. You keep renewing this cycle that keeps retarding your growth. You need to wake the fuck up. Drink some blue algae. You think I'm joking with you? You're not paying attention to the way your behaviors are affecting your lack of transformation. You're not going to be helped by the aliens no more. This shit needs to come to an end. I'm telling you. You thought I was joking? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See? See what I'm saying? You cannot be protected from your own insecurities. This is something that you need to deal with. This is something that you need to deal with, okay? You need to accept the fact that you have fear. So, okay, I'll tell you a surefire way to be able to reconnect that bridge. Get out your fucking notes, screen grab this, record it, whatever the fuck you need to do. This is what you do. You open up whatever messaging platform you want to use, whether it's text message or social media messaging platform, whatever, I don't care. Pick one of those. Pick the one that you know they will receive the message. This is what you say. Hi, how are you? I'm sorry I've been quiet for so long. You've just really intimidated me because I don't want to look stupid in front of you, but I can't stop thinking about you. Is it okay for us to have a conversation? It's totally okay if you say no. Quote me. Don't put love Emmy. Put your own name at the end. Quote me. They'll use the whole thing verbatim. What's your excuse now? Because your excuse was you didn't know what to say. You didn't know how to say. I just told you what to say. What's your excuse now? There's no more excuse. It makes your stomach turn, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's you finally metabolizing some of what you've ingested. Just do it. Just do it. You know? Just do it. Or move on. You know, I can't. This topic continues and continues and continues. And it's something that really, you're not going to get any younger. And if this next thing that I'm going to say is what will give you the courage, that little nudge to go ahead and get this party started, you are getting older. You're not going to be able to blame your lack of experience due to your lack of wisdom and age any longer. You're going to keep obsessing, and it's going to be something that is really unfortunate. If you have been obsessed with this person for this long, you're probably not going to stop ever. Don't you at least want to know where you stand if the door has actually been closed? Or you can keep being the coward that you are. Then you can cement that in, that they're never going to reconnect with you again. You're never going to have the opportunity to explain yourself and show your value or any of that. You know, like I would never. If you don't say the words that need to be said, even if I know what you want to say, I'm not going to accept that. It needs to come from you. It needs to come from you. And you need to find the courage. If not, well, then you're condemning yourself to the same suffering you've been experiencing for however long this cycle has been going. And I wouldn't be surprised if the cycle has been going far longer than you'd care to admit. That's none of my business. That's none of my business. That's how I approach things in life. If you don't want to communicate with me about it, it's none of my business, and have a good day. As a matter of fact, everyone, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I got to get going. My class is about to start. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Don't forget to find me and follow me on TikTok. Bye, everyone.